sick now, holy shit, goddamn, this is an annoying fucking song. This is what's got me, you'll sing it all night long. This is the game that doesn't end, and it goes on and on again. Some people stuck in the basement and not know how long it was. Other children this damn game and started over just because fuck yeah, woo!
Alright, so after 6 other different attempts to get the fucking audio to render, I decided to re-record everything except for the video clips. So this was supposed to be out last week, so my apologies for technology sucking dick, which is kind of ironic given the theme of this last episode of the Annex. You see, I've noticed Nintendo has been getting a lot of, bullshit from people lately, and, well, fuck you. If you're one of those people, just for the record, just right out, if you're one of these Call of Duty faggots, just fucking kill yourself. I'm sick of this shit. I come from a different time, and if it weren't for said different time, I probably wouldn't appreciate and then have been desensitized to most of the same generic bullshit games that people keep fucking just shoving down their fucking throats. I mean, when I think a great classic, from my own perspective, I think Dragon Spirit. I think Super Mario Bros. 3. I think, like Super Mario World. I think Gunstar Heroes. I think 8-bit titles. And in 20 years, these teenage faggots are gonna go, hey, you know what I think about with a classic game? Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 4, Jerk Off the Aliens, or whatever the fuck they're gonna do with their next game. They're gonna make another one. And it's sickening. It's fucking sickening. The thought of anything that Activision or EA has done and being called classic makes me want to physically vomit. I can feel my stomach fucking churning right now. With that said, let's get this fucking show on the road. Alright, so here we have old school right here. This is Pokemon Red. And you'll notice it's all silver because I didn't use Pokemon Yellow, because fuck that game, motherfucker. I'm talking truly old school, not a rehash a year later. But I'll get on to rehashes a different time. I come from a generation where this was fucking top of the line for handhelds. This. Yeah, this. A weird rock guy with fucking bizarro hair and a bunny rabbit with spikes was top of the line. This was top of the line when I was growing up. And you know what? It amazes me the amount of jackasses who complain about Skyrim. Oh, the textures are low res. Oh, something absurd about how I purchased Minecraft. Really? So you know what Bethesda did, being a company that actually pays attention to their consumer base? They fixed it. Oh yeah, they rushed. Everybody would, this is a major problem. Graphics are important to gaming. You must make sure that you can fucking visually enjoy your game, or it's bad. And guess what they did? They broke resistances by mistake. So these faggots, they got their wish, but then their enchantments that involve any sort of magic resistance, including each of the elements or disease or poison resistance, were automatically zero, despite what the game said. Which, if you're any of these people who complained about the graphics, I hope you, again, just fucking die in a horrible, tragic way. Because of you, I can't fucking patch the game because I'm afraid of these shitty updates. So now I get to play offline and not see what any of my fucking friends are doing because of fucking dipshits crying about stupid shit. Love it. I come from a time where this was epic. It still is. Like, when I played this fight, I was like, yeah, Brock. Shitty Pokemon versus Brock. For those of you who played Pokemon, Charmander was obviously the hardest starter to start with. Say that 10 times fast. And the reason being, for those of you who aren't in the know, this motherfucker is a rock and ground type. So is Geodude. Rock types automatically resist fire. Charmander is a fire type. The other two are, they cripple this guy. They cripple this guy. And then the next gym is a water type, which means you're actually at a huge disadvantage. So if you pick Charmander and you made it all the way to the end of the game, you're way better off than any other trainer. Just because you learn how to fucking deal and adapt quicker. Not saying anybody who picked the other starters sucks, don't even fucking get into a debate with me. I'm saying you have to learn how to adapt quicker, how to formulate a better team quicker in order to survive. And you do. I mean, this was an epic Pokemon moment. This took a lot of tactics, a lot of strategy. I had to fucking lower this dude's defense and his attack so that his bide wouldn't fuck my team up. And I had to do it while it was biting. For those of you, again, who aren't in the know, bide is the more you hit something, the more energy it stores, it releases the energy, and you take all that damage back. So potentially, you could hit this fucker 6 times and get one-shotted. And then repeat the process if you're dumb enough to keep doing it. Now, in certain cases, like this here, I got a Pokemon who's damn near useless. I'm going to try to poison him while doing very minimal damage. I mean, even on rock types, poison is good. But this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. You have to adapt. Fuck your full heal, you fuck! You have to adapt. And that's what gaming has been trying to do. But it just seems like the same old song and dance, if not bland. It's bland fucking versions. I mean, seriously. Today's epic moment is a fucking guy in an army suit getting shot in a video game. If I wanted to see that, I'd turn on the fucking news. I would fucking go on YouTube and type in war on whatever, you know, whatever, and see people getting shot. That's not dramatic to me. It's not. Look, it's what people do. People fight wars. I don't fight wars. I play games where giant raptor mantises fucking kill rock snakes. That's what video games are supposed to be. They're about immersion and escape from reality. It's no different than buying a dishwashing game, you fucking fucks. I mean, there's no greater joy than accomplishing something in one of these games. I mean, you just beat the first gym leader with a disadvantage, and your Charmander's like, whoa, shit, son, it just got real. What? Charmander's evolving? Oh my fucking god! Could you... and I didn't even read the manual. Could you imagine my surprise when he turned into something, like, slightly cooler looking? Or how about playing a simple Super Nintendo game? Where you're just a caveman who rolls and hits things with clubs that spit fire and wheels and shit like this, and you're running across the T-Rex. You're just like, whatever, it's a T-Rex. I'm gonna, alright, okay, bye, bye. And they're like, oh shit, baby T-Rex. Burn for it, motherfucker. Steak. So you get to the end, and lo and behold, screen shakes. You gonna get it because you walked on me, son. I mean, that to me as a kid, that was awesome. First you ran on this fucking asshole when he was asleep, and then he fights you. I mean, what do you do in army games or anything like that these days? You get shot, you shoot people, you run behind cover, wait for your health regen, and you repeat. Or if you do the multiplayer aspects, same thing, except you use the most broken fucking thing you could come up with because it takes no skill to play Call of Duty whatsoever. Meanwhile, I actually have to hit this fucker in his weak spot, which is his head, which you had to discover on your own. It wasn't, well, guns hurt things, I point gun at things, gun make things fall down, go by. Look at him, look at him! And then you know what? Bam! You see that? That's a reward. That motherfucker's gonna get some caveman pussy later. You know what you get in a fucking first-person shooter these days? Experience. So what about this? This is the start of the game. I'd love to see a Call of Duty game start off this fucking epic. Oh look, a fucking Draco Dragon Lich thingy Hadouken laser. You're a gargoyle. How fucking cool is that? Granted, you don't find out till later his name is Firebrand, but fucking gargoyle fighting a dragon. It's now shooting fires at me. It's like, fuck you, eat fireball. Look at it! Look at it! This was high-end graphics at the time. This was top-tier technology at the time. And it still holds up to today. You could still make everything out. You could see the fucking flaming candles in the background. You could determine that I'm in some sort of coliseum. And that I need to get the fuck out of here because this asshole... Well, never mind. I mean... Look at it! It's still beautiful to today's standards. And this is only 16 bits. But even if it looked like shit, it'd still be a great motherfucker. No means no, asshole. Hadouken. 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 Chris spamming but much your butt munch. Hadouken. But that! And this isn't even the tip of the iceberg. This motherfucker will get all sorts of new spells and abilities down the road. But let's take Dragon Fighter, speaking of Call of Duty. In Call of Duty, your reward, you know you're going to get rewarded for shooting people with experience. That's it. And then if you get enough kills without fucking dying, you get kill streaks or whatever, oh, yeah, you could summon a fucking helicopter. Big fucking what they do. You know what happens in this game, Dragon Fighter, when you kill enough people? Just watch. Just watch. Granted, it's snowflakes and whatever those green things are. Let's call them abominable slime bags. I'm not going to spoil anything. Bam! Fucking dragon. I'd like to see that in Call of Duty. How about you turn into a Harry? Not into some guy who just presses a button and hopes that, you know, he doesn't get shot at while doing it. But an actual dragon. You are the dragon. If somebody fucks with you, you blow them up with fucking these ice blasts. Yeah! That's a reward! Or how about this? The start of the game. Oh shit, huge guy. He's got one of our guys. We're gonna fuck him up, hopefully. Or, Jesus Christ. You know, as a kid, I was like, oh god, I hope I don't have to fight him. He's huge. And then these two start shooting at him, and look at that. He rejoins you. You're like, yeah! And then you get to the end of this one level, and holy shit, lo and behold, retribution right from the jump. Your reward is you get to fight this big guy now and hope that you kill him. This is a challenge. This guy will essentially kill you if you do not know how to fight him and adjust your tactics accordingly. And you know what? This is what I miss in gaming. Not just blind point shoot, blind point shoot, same generic shit every fucking year. I mean, look at it! This is 16-bit. And if you think this looks ugly, you're a fucking idiot. Well, it might look ugly on YouTube, so... Alright, if YouTube diminishes the quality that bad, that's one thing. But if you've ever played a Super Nintendo game in your life, you know that Super Nintendo produced amazing results in terms of visualization. But Jesus Christ, I mean, I almost quit gaming this year. I literally stopped for a week because my 360 was just going to sit there and become a new paperweight. That's all it was going to do. Because of all the shit that's happened this year. Next year, if I'm still able to do this without vomiting because of what everybody bitches about the things people want the industry to do and what the industry does, Raptor Strike will continue on with Season 4. So there's Akubarix. See you next year, maybe.